Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I won't lie to you, it's been a while. I've been off doing other things, bettering myself, stuff like that. Not really, I've just been going to school and I got bored with Destiny. That's it, plain and simple. I can't really sugarcoat it past that. Do you like this view of the, what do you call this place, the hangar? You might not see this all the time, and I'm not going to tell you how to do this. I'm sure somebody else has already told you how to do this. If you really wanted to know, just go look them up. But I guess I should go through what is going on about why I haven't uploaded anything, why I'm not that active anymore, stuff like that. And to put it simply, I'm bored with Destiny. It's a good first iteration, but it didn't really hold my attention. That is a fault on two fronts. The first is that I'm a very fickle person. I jump around a lot. I can't hold my attention on one thing for months at a time. That's probably also why I'm not very good with relationships, but that's a different story. Also, beer is tasty. Don't drink and drive. So, that's my fault. The other fault is that I just got tired of Destiny's shit, you know? I mean, the whole random number generator kind of thing for exotic drops or just drops in general really kind of makes it hard to plan any way of getting certain things. Xur, I found, doesn't really sell much of anything anymore, though I do get on, usually on Fridays, to see what he's selling, and am usually not moved one way or the other towards happiness or sadness at his stock. I don't really do raids anymore, they don't appeal to me, plus getting that many people together on my friends list that actually still play Destiny is kind of difficult. I mean, I could probably dredge up one or two, but not five. You know, that would be an undertaking. And I'd rather not play with randoms, you know what I mean? I mean, they you don't really know what you're going for, and I'm really picky when it comes to the people I hang out with in real life and in the virtual world that I've built myself. One more thing is that I don't know. It's been a long time since this game is out, and the first DLC, what was it called? Something about Crota. It was good, but I don't think it warranted the expansion title. I mean, it added one person. It added 4 or 5 DLC missions to do, a few more bounties, and then the raid. And the raid gets done much quicker and is much less in depth and less engaging than the Vault of Glass, which still is my favorite one. Oh, that beer. The Crota raid, I don't know, it didn't hold my attention for that long. Now, what we're doing now is pretty much just nightfalls. That's about all we do. Arcadius and I, we get on Tuesdays, we knock out the nightfalls, see what kind of exotics we get, and then we leave. We don't even do heroics, though we could. We don't because we have enough strange coins to last us through another apocalypse. And Xur isn't selling anything. I mean, he's not selling anything good, ever. So we don't bother with that often. This particular Nightfall that you're watching is Omnigul. I think this was like 3 weeks ago when they had Omnigul with no burn. And it was a little bit more difficult. It wasn't, you know, undoable or anything. But the lack of a burn kind of made it more difficult to get rid of all those epic enemies. I don't really know Bungie's philosophy behind making enemies difficult. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna give them more shields, and you're gonna give them more health, and you're gonna make them more aggressive. But really, as far as what we can do with AI in a game, that's about all you can do. I mean, they're pretty good at finding cover, they're pretty good at getting away from grenades, stuff like that. They have perfect grenade lobs. I don't know if you've ever seen that or not, but it's ridiculous. They can freaking land them in your shoe if they wanted to. What I'm running is Vision of Confluence, Light of the Abyss, and a machine gun that we have lovingly nicknamed the A10. And we named it that because it's a high rate of fire, it's max rate of fire for a machine gun. It has a Field Scout perk, which ups my magazine count to 150, and it has a balance perk. It's an incredible luck of the draw on the whole random pool assessment of perks you can get on an LMG. And we call it the A10 because in real life the A10 is an aircraft. It's a United States attack air-to-ground aircraft that it's built around one machine gun in the front. And if you ran it completely out, just from, if you held the trigger down and just let it go, it would take 10 seconds to get rid of all of its ammunition. And it takes 10 seconds for me to get rid of my ammunition, or at least one box. And that's about all the creativity that ever goes into naming any of my guns. I don't usually call them by name unless it's boring, like the Vision of Confluence or something like that. I mean, it was a pretty good weapon for its time, but it's not anything to write home about now. And that being said, the hard mode Crota weapons, I'm not interested in at all. The Necrochasm, I've never been interested in assault rifles with maxed out rate of fire. They're just assist machines. I mean, that's all they are. And when you're pumping out bad guys in the hard mode raid that are level 32 and 33 and 34, a gun that shoots that fast but doesn't do that much damage is not going to be good for you. You run about one clip per bad guy, which is not good. It's really not good. So it's kind of useless for what they made it for. I mean, it's got that Cursed Thrall explosion thing on it, but it's not really worth it. You know what I mean? So now we're just kind of biding our time until the House of Wolves show up. I'm looking forward to PlanetSide 2. I unfortunately did not get into the beta. I didn't know that was going on for a little while and I was late to the party, so that probably won't happen until full release, which is I don't know when. Also, No Man's Sky looks promising. I've heard that that's going to be releasing in this year. Just when that is, they haven't announced, but I hope it's going to be good. I have a lot of respect for that studio and what they do and the size of the game that they've created. It's an indie company that doesn't go with side-scrolling platformers, and that's about all indie developers do in my mind, which is kind of sad, really. Oh, there's the A10. Look at that. That's a work of art, isn't it? Well, what else should I tell you? We're not really recruiting anymore. There aren't many people that I'd actually like to play this game with anymore. Arcadius is off doing his own thing. Our buddy Vast, that's playing with us, Vast Empires, very smart woman, is in Warframe now. I already spent my time in Warframe. I'm not going back there. And I am supposed to be studying. I mean, I'm not studying now, unfortunately. Oh, excuse me. I really should be. I have an immunology test on Friday, but is that going to stop me from burning time? I mean, I cleaned my room for God's sake, and now I'm making this thing. I don't know what to tell you. It's like disease of procrastination, something like that. And yeah, that's about it. I just kind of wanted to give you all a heads up about why I didn't upload. You know, as soon as more things come out that we'll be able to play cooperatively on again, you know, PlanetSide 2, No Man's Sky, stuff like that, I'm definitely gonna pick it back up, but as far as it goes now, I don't think I can really eke out many videos out of a game that I'm just bored with. My heart's not in it, and I don't want to give you guys subpar stuff. Like, this is about all I can muster on a Saturday night with a beer in my hand, procrastinating the shit out of immunology. And which is not really my thing. There's like acronyms for everything, and it's all like 3 letters and stuff like that, and it all sounds the same to me. But Arcadius got the shit into the stick with that invisible dude. He just got knifed about 3 times, or 2 times. That's the 3rd right there. And yeah, that's kind of the way I felt about Destiny. I haven't really gotten much enjoyment out of it anymore. But like I said, when I get something better, when my heart is back in it, I'll come back and we'll see where it goes from there. That's all I have to say tonight. Adios.